Hello everyone and welcome to our tax practitioners course and mentorship program webinar. My name is CPA Innocent Mugisha from Harvest Training and Consultancy, and also I represent the Tax Practitioners Academy. And of course, as Harvest Training and Consultancy, we are an approved and recognized tuition provider for professional courses, and among those we have the Certified Public Accountant of Uganda course, CPA. We have SCCA, we have SIPS, and other professional courses. So basically, we set up our training institution to try and address the training needs of various individuals who want to pursue their career in accounting, in finance, in procurement, in marketing, human resource, and any other professional course. So as part of our service provision, we offer a number of professional development programs. And among these is what you see right on your screen, which is the Tax Practitioners course. And this course ideally aims at helping our graduates kickstart their own practice. Some of them want to start their own tax practice, others want to start their own bookkeeping practice. So this is a very important program and training that helps in bridging the gap between what we have taught them in theory and exactly what is the practice in a real live environment. This training program has actually been able to help over 60% of our students either to kickstart their own tax practice or to actually be hired as tax advisors, be hired as tax consultants, and take up that job which requires hands-on skills in taxation. So as part of our innovation, we started the Tax Practitioners Academy, and we opened this because of what I have just talked about, the need to close the gap between theory and practice. Now, the Academy has opened its doors to other outsiders, other members who may not be ideally our graduates of CPA or SCCA, but who may need the hands-on skills training in taxation. So we are inviting you, and as part of the initiation to admit you into this program, we have decided to conduct this very important webinar so that I answer some of the questions that you could be having, put across some of the questions that have been put forward before us, and try to answer these. This tax practitioners course and the academy and the mentorship program is very good, especially if you are a fresh graduate. If you're a fresh graduate out of the university and you're wondering what to do, you're looking for jobs here and there, you've tried dropping CVs here and there and things are not working out, I should say this is the right opportunity for you, especially those that have majored in finance and accounting, in commerce, in business administration. Though we can still take up any other qualifications, as you will see ahead of this presentation, we are not zeroing on a particular qualification. We have let our doors open for anyone who wants to know anything to do with the tax matters. So how is it going to help you? You right there. We have this very special community. We have created a community on our various social platforms. We have a Facebook group. We have other communities which are going to open more doors for you. Of course, you're going to be amazed the various members we have in these communities. We have people who have worked with the Uganda Revenue Authority. We have people who are working with the government. We have people who are working with the private sector, who are going to present you opportunities as they arise. So you shouldn't really miss this very important opportunity. So over the years and over the time we've conducted this, the communities have provided job and consultancy connections that I don't think you'll be able to get anywhere. Even if you subscribe to a recruitment firm, you try to drop your CVs here and there. We have seen these communities making changes in people's lives, helping people without connections have connections. So this mentorship program, this academy, is very, very important. Now, as we go into the presentation, as I open the presentation, I really want to know how you came to find out about this webinar. So I'm dropping in the chat just a poll for you to indicate how you got to know about this webinar. Just include that so that we can know exactly how better we can further reach out to all those persons that may want an opportunity like this. So I personally have been a tax strategist for a period of over 10 years. I've trained people, I've been at university and taught people taxation. I've been engaged in training of professional people under the CPA and the ACCA program. So I have vast experience in this area, and what I'm going to talk about here, I'm very, very much in the know. So we shall begin our presentation by first of all looking at the overall overview. And in my overview, I'm going to talk about why tax practice, why this should be your main area of focus. Then we shall talk about the what. Under the what, we shall look at exactly what you're going to learn under this tax practitioners course, and what the mentorship program is going to do for you, and what the academy has for you. Then I'm going to talk about how you're going to join, how you're going to enroll, how you're going to be receiving your training, and so on. And then finally, I'll be talking about when this training is going to take place, and of course the dates and the sessions. So without wasting any more time, I want to begin with the what. So as you can see on the screen, we are saying that an old saying goes that nothing in life is certain but death and taxes. When you look at the media, when you look at various reports coming out of the media, you would see that really today taxes in Uganda have become very, very complicated. Every year new tax laws come in, and businesses now seek to place themselves in a position whereby they can address all the challenges that come with the new taxes and the liability that crop up here and there. So what does this mean to you? This means that there is a lot of potential and there are now new job opportunities, especially for people who have expertise in taxation. So exactly, if we look at what these tax practitioners, the role and responsibilities of the tax practitioners, the opportunities are endless, and of course you can work if you decide to go for an office job or office tasks. You can work as a tax consultant, you can work as a tax advisor, you can work as a tax analyst, you can work as a business tax consultant, you can work as a tax manager, you can work as a tax finance officer. I just want to show you one of the jobs I came across just recently, which was posted in the media, and they really needed who we call a tax analyst. So as you can see, let me just take you here. As you can see on the screen, this is a job description for a principal tax analyst. So the company wanted someone who is going to be responsible for the statutory and taxation compliance for the legal entity in Uganda, and compliance with all external reporting and filing requirements. And you're going to see that there are several tasks that you can perform and several responsibilities you can perform in the position of a tax analyst. So I'm sharing this right now. If you look in the chat, I'm sharing the link where you can download this and definitely position yourself position yourself by looking at the CV. As you're going to see ahead, you're going to see that it is very, very important to structure your CV in a way that it can address the roles and responsibilities as indicated in the job advert. Now, as you can see, there are several opportunities. The opportunities are endless. As you will realize over time, you'll see that this is one of the areas which people have not yet flooded, and definitely is going to give you an opportunity. So when it comes to tax practice, when it comes to the business, if you want to set up your own business, why tax practice? Number one, you can actually start today with little or no money and work from anywhere, including your own home. So that is how flexible this is. Number two, you can start on the side. You don't need to resign your job. You can start on the side and eventually exceed your current income. We have seen this personally. Then number three, there is very high demand. Every business needs a tax advisor. And no matter how the economy, climate sinks and soars, tax will remain a very, very steady, fast part of every business and personal financial transaction. Every transaction that you're going to do today, you will have a tax implication. So this is how tax practice has taken over all other fields because of these four major reasons why it is easy for you to start business as a tax practitioner. Now, according to our syllabus, there are several things you're going to learn. And our syllabus is structured in such a way that it covers the major areas of taxation, very, very common areas of taxation in Uganda. So we cover income tax as one of the modules. We have three major modules. So one of those is the income tax. Then we have the value added tax as our second module. And then we have customs as the third module covered under the training. Now, the overall aim of this training is to provide you with the basic knowledge of taxation in Uganda, covering all the aspects of tax and hands-on skills that are needed in handling all the tax tasks of an enterprise using real business scenarios. All the scenarios we are going to use are real business scenarios derived from our own experience. We have several clients, we have various templates and information that we can use for you to better understand the issues of taxation. So some of the things you're going to learn: number one, you're going to understand the different forms of taxation. You're going to be in position to explain different forms of taxation for individuals and organizations. Now, of course, here we are going to talk about things like pay as you earn. We are going to talk about things like corporate tax, withholding tax, value added tax, rental tax, customs, excise duty, import duty. So you'll be able to explain all these different forms of taxation, not only for individuals but also for organizations, or what I may call non-individuals. Number two, after the training, you'll be able to compute the different tax liabilities for individuals and corporate bodies. Of course, we shall look at the different tax rates, shall look at the issues of turnover, issues of chargeable income, issues of gross income, deductions allowed, tax reliefs and credits, and so on. So you'll be able to play around with the information, be able to compute and compile all the transactions of an enterprise, and be able to compute with accuracy, high degree of accuracy, the tax liabilities of those entities under question. Number three, we do believe that after this training you have an in-depth knowledge and understanding of the practical concepts and principles of income tax returns. And of course, here among the practical concepts, shall be talking about the filing of original returns, issue of amended returns. We shall share with you working papers, designs and templates that you can use to easily transfer information from your own records to the return. And then we shall have discussions around the forms and schedules of e-returns. We shall discuss issues of provisional returns, final returns, if these have been a myth to you. We are here to demystify that. We shall talk about the return submission deadlines and the repercussions of passing the deadline. We shall talk about fines and penalties, penal taxes, and so on. So that is going to be brought out in this training. And then number 4, we do believe that after the training and mentorship, you'll be able to solve practical tax problems which draw on the interaction of different income tax business processes. You'll be able to solve issues like rejections and appeals, be able to advise on appeals. You'll be able to handle tax clearance challenges. You'll be able to handle tax registration challenges, obtaining the TIN, especially when it comes to VAT. Very many I've observed over time that very many people are having a hard time to get registered for value added tax, VAT. We shall move into issues of prohibited goods and how to handle that. Then things of assessed losses, offenses and penalties, and so much more as it comes to solving issues of tax in a real business environment. Number 5, after the training, we believe that you will be able to examine the various line items of the return for income tax and value added tax. We shall have a full discussion on the structure of these returns and when to file and when not to file. You'll be able to experience the filing of various tax returns of income, value added tax, and also how to handle customs valuation. We do believe that after the training, you'll be able to use the IFRS system that is now implemented at URA to manage taxes, especially when it comes to e-invoices and e-receipts. And then finally, you should be in position to register individuals and non-individuals for taxes in Uganda. This is another area. Very many people have not registered for taxes and they are finding trouble. We shall be able to talk about the importance of registering for taxes. Actually, your free session, the next session you're going to have, we shall be handling this particular area. So basically, we do believe those are the learning outcomes, and you should be able to demonstrate skills and knowledge in the areas highlighted on the slides. Now, going into just a brief of what we handle under the 3 major modules, beginning with the income tax. Now, as I've indicated in the previous slide, our module number 1 handles income taxes. Now, under this, we cover the meaning and scope of income tax, especially the legal framework. And again, under meaning and scope of income tax, we shall look at the imposition of income tax, we shall look at issues of chargeable income, we shall look at issues of how to determine the gross income, what we consider for resident and non-resident. We shall look at issues of the year of income, and of course here we shall bring out the fact that, which I have actually observed over years, that people do not know that by default we are supposed to run a normal year, what we call the fiscal year. You can only use a substituted year of income if you have approval from URA. So these are some of the things that you may think are not very important, but they are very, very important. Now, next, we shall talk about the taxation of business income, and here we shall look at the issues of presumptive tax, when you are supposed to follow the presumptive tax regime. We shall look at non-presumptive taxpayers, who are the light taxpayers. Of course, the presumptive taxpayers are who we call the small taxpayers. And then we shall have a full discussion on the deductions allowed, deductions not allowed, deductions approved. We shall look at the treatment of assessed losses. We shall look at the tax rates applicable for businesses. We shall look at issues of tax planning when it comes to business. Tax planning is very, very important today because of the fact that if you don't arrange your tax operations in an intelligent way, you find yourself paying a very huge tax liability. So we shall have a full discussion on how you can actually arrange in compliance with the law your tax affairs so that you pay the minimum tax. We shall look at the financial statements, typical financial statements that may be accepted for filing taxes, your tax returns. We shall look at that, the line items of the financial statements, what you need to have, and the documents that you may need to require from your client, assuming you're going to take on the practice. Then we shall move into section 19, which handles the taxation of employment income. We shall look at the meaning and scope of employment, payments to employees, how they are taxed, allowances, how allowances are treated in the eyes of the tax law, benefits in kind. We shall look at the preparation of the payroll and the different working papers that can help you to file your pay as you earn easily by shifting information from your records to the return. So all these working papers, the templates and designs are going to be shared with you, including a discussion on pay rates and planning for pay as you earn if you are a corporation. And of course, all the discussions we have are accompanied and supported with live hands-on activities, real hands-on activities. So we have scenarios. We shall be sharing scenarios, and some of these are my clients, some of these are my colleagues' clients that we are going to handle, okay, in these training sessions. So some of these assignments you'll be able to take them on and furnish live information into the URA portal. So this is an opportunity for you to actually handle real, or what I may call live information. And of course, finally, under income tax, we shall have a discussion on property income, where we shall look at the taxation of dividend income, taxation of interest income, taxation of natural resource payments, royalties, annuities, and not to forget, very, very importantly, the taxation of rental income. I know along your career, along your personal development, you have some rental income someday, if at all you've not yet already achieved that stage. So taxation of rental income shall handle, as I've mentioned, we shall handle actual assignments, real assignments, and together with other colleagues of mine, we shall be able to mentor you, we shall be able to handhold you to be able to handle all of these assignments with ease. So basically, this is what we are going to cover under income tax, which is our module number 1. In module 2, we shall handle value added tax, and among that, we shall look at the VAT registration. As I mentioned in the previous slide, registration of VAT has become very, very complicated. So we shall be able to discuss and see how to work around this and have your VAT registration completed. Then we shall look at the issues of taxable and exempt supplies, what we take as a taxable supply, what we take as an exempt supply, and in case you are to deal into mixed supplies, we shall also go into those discussions. We shall also move into issues of output and input tax. We shall have a clear understanding of this, and then finally we shall have a live activity, an assignment on how to account for VAT, how to claim input tax, and the various conditions under which you should claim for input tax. So this will be our very, very nice discussion, which is module number 2, value added tax. And then finally, module 3 will handle and move into customs management. Now, under this, we shall look at the meaning of customs, customs union. You know, it is now the subject in government. We shall look at the goods that are subject to customs control. We shall look at the taxes collected under customs, and also look at how to compute duty. We shall have a live example on how to compute duty. So basically, those are our 3 modules. But of course, I should mention that as a bonus, we shall also include a training on IFRS. As you know, now it is the in thing. And if you don't know IFRS, it's going to be very, very complicated for you to work with URA. So as a bonus on top of the 3 modules you're going to have, we shall include the 4th module, which is training on IFRS. Now, before I wind up this presentation, I'm going to go through some of the frequently asked questions which have been put before us by people that want to join this training. So I want to answer these. Then I go into the Q&A. I'll go into your chat and try to answer some of the questions that you have included in the chat. Continue to include all the questions you want in the chat. I'll be able to answer them. If I don't answer them right now, I'll be able to respond by sending you an email detailing a clear explanation on what you have actually asked in this webinar. So to begin with, I'll talk about the duration. Time and again, people keep on asking us, how long is the training? Now, the training is going to take 1 month. The training will take 1 month. And of course, if you have some kind of urgency and you need a shorter period of time, then you can contact us on the official numbers and email that I'm going to share with you, so that we can see how we can arrange and have that special training delivered to you. Then of course, I'm sharing the before I forget, I'm sharing right now, I'm sharing in the chat the link to the course, detailed course syllabus, this one here on the screen, the detailed course syllabus. Yeah, I'm talking about 20 days, but we may spill over to 30 days, which is okay. It is to your own advantage. As you can see on your screen, we have the overall aim, we have the learning outcomes, just a repetition of what I've talked about, the breakdown of the units under each of these modules, so that in case you need to show this to your sponsor, show this to any other person who is interested in, they can actually see what value they are going to get out of this training and mentorship program. So I'm sharing this in the chat. You should be getting it right now. Just click on that download and be able to download the PDF so that you can keep it in your downloads, in case you want to refer to it and in case you want to follow that as we continue the training. So I've mentioned the issue of duration. The duration is 1 month, and we meet twice every week. I'll talk about that when it comes to the program. Then on the issue of delivery, we have been getting questions about delivery. What is the mode of delivery for this course? The mode of delivery is of course online. Because of COVID-19, it has been very, very hard for us to continue with our physical interactions. So we have given that a break, and good enough, we have put up a very, very resilient system that is going to handle the training from beginning to the end. As you can see how you accessed this, you are able to easily log in and you are able to join us in the webinar. And you can still replay this webinar because it's going to be there for you to continue replaying it and looking at the various issues we have discussed in the webinar. So the delivery is 100% online. We shall be able to communicate in case we get back to the physical trainings. We shall be able to communicate to you. Good enough, we now have your contact. So in most cases we use Zoom. We share the Zoom link with you, and when you join and you're ready to start, we shall be able to include you on our WhatsApp group, where you're going to be getting instant communications. You're going to be getting the link to the live sessions and all that. So at the end of this training, at the end of this webinar, if you want to join the first free session and you're interested in this, please don't hesitate. Just click on the WhatsApp invitation so that you can join the free session WhatsApp group, where I'm going to share the Zoom link. Just do it right now, or you can simply send me an email that you're interested in joining the free session, which is starting anytime from now. I'll be able to communicate the time. So join the WhatsApp group so that you can be able to have that reservation for the free session. So we use Zoom, and I know ideally you have Zoom, and we of course we may use any other lecture hosting platform that may be convenient for you. So, but in most cases we use Zoom. Now, with online training, this gives you an opportunity to have the training anytime, anywhere you are. You can have the training. So basically there are other advantages that came with this, that you can still interact and have a full discussion even when you are away from our training facility. Now, the next most frequently asked question is on the program. When is the training conducted? Now, the training is conducted depending on the nature of the program, depending on your timetable. We have tried as much as possible to tailor our training to your needs, because of the fact that we have realized most of the people that we train have different schedules. We have those that are working class, we have those that are actually students and have time during the day. So we have structured our training program to capture all your needs. So you'll find that we have the day program, where we meet on Thursday and on every Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. For those who have time during the day, and those who can actually save time during the day. Tuesday and Thursday we meet at 2 p.m. Then we have another group that we meet on Tuesday and Thursday again at 7 p.m. Now we believe these are people who are busy in the day and cannot make it at 2 p.m. So you can still catch up that same training at 7 p.m. again on Tuesday and Thursday. So during the week, those are the two major days when we meet. For those who may not make it in the week, maybe you don't have time during the day and in the evening you are stressed up and you cannot attend any training, we have a training on Sunday. We have two trainings on Sunday. We have one at 9 a.m. and another one at 11:30 a.m. So you can catch up with those two if you feel you may not make it during the week on Tuesday and Thursday. So those are the schedules that we have. So as you're registering, make sure you indicate when you want to attend, because as you know, very many people want to join this and we may not have room for almost everybody. So you need to be very, very specific on when you need this training. Now, the other question that is frequently put before us is fees and registration. How do I register and enroll into the course? How much does it cost? How much does the course cost? Now, when it comes to registration, I am sharing right now the link to the form, to the registration form, though ahead I'm going to indicate that you can actually register on our website. You can still register on our website, but I'm sharing the form in case you want to register right now. And then when it comes to the issue of fees, the fees are just 300,000, which is still payable in installments. For those who want to pay in installments, you can still negotiate and have this paid over the training period. The first session, as I've mentioned, is totally free of charge. It's free of charge because of the fact that most people are not accustomed to online training. So they first of all want to see, is this going to work for me? Will my network permit me to have this? Will my gadget permit me to have this training? So we let you have the first session attended free of charge without making any payment. However, for you to attend the second session, you must make a deposit. You must make a payment. Again, I'm going to share the payment details. You can use our bank account or you can use mobile money, which is actually in my name, so you can be able to hold me accountable in case you send your money and don't receive a service. So that one gives you more confidence that you're sending money to someone that you know and someone that you have actually interacted with in the webinar. So yes, the first session is free of charge, and then you can register anytime you want and begin your training. Trainings are going on. People are doing the training. Is that you can actually still get free content out of these trainings. We share a lot of information on our YouTube channel. So I'm sharing the link to our YouTube channel after this webinar. Just go straight and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also watch all the videos that have been uploaded. We upload videos every week. Every week we talk about how to file a return, how to register for your TIN, your obligations as a taxpayer. We talk about different things, so you'll be able to have an access to these free videos on our YouTube channel. So I want you to go after the registration, after you have interacted with me in the chat. You can go to our YouTube channel. I have shared the link. My colleague has shared the link in the chat, so you can be able to click on it and go straight and subscribe. Again, it's very important for you to join our community, the Tax Practitioners Academy community. Very important. You're going to be amazed who is actually a member. They are important people you're going to meet. Very important people you're going to meet who can actually help you progress. They can help you progress in your tax practice. Now, finally, I'm going to share with you, I hope I've not forgotten anything here. I'm going to share with you our very nice, well-laid platform, the Tax Practitioners course. And this is where you're going to sign up. In case you haven't yet signed up, you're going to log in always. We shall create, when you sign up, you create your own account as a trainee or as a student of the academy. And then of course, here we talk about what the course is all about. And then again, I mentioned that you can still register. You see where my cursor is. If you have not yet registered, you can still register on our platform. I'm sharing the link to the platform right now in the chat. You should be able to receive it right now in the chat, and you can click on that link, and that link will bring you straight to the platform. Now on the platform, you'll be able to register. You'll be able to see the course curriculum. Okay, just when you look at our course curriculum, we talk about the course overview. A brief about the course is here. The course aim, the learning objectives, the course syllabus is also uploaded here. You should be able to get it. This one is actually free of charge. You can just click and get this one in your downloads. We share the Income Tax Act, okay, because we know it is very important. And then module 1 begins right here. Okay, our module 1 begins right here with unit 1, which goes into introduction to income tax. You'll be able to see the different sessions under that. Unit 2, which goes into taxation of employment income, you'll be able to see the sessions under that. Then we have unit 3, which goes into taxation of small business taxpayers, the presumptive tax, so and so on. You're going to be able to see the entire course curriculum, or the syllabus, or the coverage. However, for you to be able to access these, you must have paid. You must have made a deposit. So for now, you may not be able to access these. As you can see, the system will automatically inform you that you have not yet. If you have not yet registered, it's only when you're registered you can log in and have access to all these sessions, the presentation slides and the PDF documents. Then again, on the site, you're going to be able to see the fees, the training fees, and how you can pay, how you can make your payment. And then again, you can still enroll and register here. Below that, you'll find the course overview, another video which we have recorded talking about this course, and then any other training that you may be interested in, and then our address. So all in all, that is what I had to present today in this webinar. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for saving this time and getting to know how the Tax Practitioners course and mentorship program, the program can be of importance to you. And then for all the questions that I've not answered in the webinar because of the time, I'm going to sit back and answer these, give you more details, send you more information that you need. If you need a quotation, if you have a group, if you're a company, actually I forgot to mention that earlier on. If you are in a group, if you're a company, if you're a group of 5, I can actually give you a discount on the training. So until then, I wish you all the best, and let's meet in the free session. Don't forget to register for the free session. I've posted the link to the free session in the chat. Click on it so that you can register for the free session. I wish you all the best. See you in the free session.